so, you will get the chance to hear from the leader of the Labour Party and the next Labour Prime Minister of this country. We've just got one or two other things to do first, if that's okay with you.
What we would like everybody to do is to vote for a democratic outcome, and that is to vote no, and vote for which means you would be voting for an open selection, which Sir Robbie in Wales is perfectly able to stand in. So we want a democratic choice. That's all, really. It is quite challenging. It is, and sometimes people, I think, feel that new people come in, and whether they're as old as me or they're the younger generation. But we know we're the mainstream now. There are 600,000 members of the Labour Party, the biggest political party in Europe.
I'll give you a shout in a minute.
You're not going to leave us, Stuart?
No, I'm going to protest against Israeli apartheid.
Sorry?
I'm going to protest against Israeli apartheid.
When is it?
The O2 this evening.
Evening, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's in the evening, but you're not going to go now, though?
No, I'm going over this evening to protest
That's
against
okay.
Israeli
I might join
apartheid.
you, actually.
Chris Rock.
Oh, is he coming in?
He's in the O2 this evening.
Okay.
But he's playing in Tel Aviv in a minute.
Is that the comedian, Chris Rock?
No, he ain't funny. Comedians are funny. He ain't funny. He's a hater of the poor and a supporter of Israeli apartheid. I don't think any of those things is funny. Good afternoon, madam. Is that Jane Sawulu? Yeah. This is Stuart. I don't think about the pleasure of your company, but I'm a comrade from Forest Gate North. Yes, I'm phoning up Momentum members in the area. Yeah, I'm just reminding people about the forthcoming vote in Forest Gate North branch for the trigger ballot. Yeah, well, this will be the first time that you'll be voting no, and you'll be on the winning side, and we will in fact be having... I think I'm feeling very positive. I'm feeling really positive. This time we get a selection. Yeah, we get some choice in Newham, and we get the choice to put somebody in place that represents us and get rid of this guy. Yeah, look, have you got the email regarding this, Jane? So you know you're going to turn up nice and early with some ID. Excellent, excellent. All right, I won't keep you any longer. I look forward to meeting you, Jane. Yeah, come and introduce yourself to me. Yeah. Result.
That was a good call.
Yeah. Lots of us, I think, inside the movement are more used to direct action and active political campaigning. And then we've come into the Labour Party because we know that to really get it right, both things got to be happening. You need the high-end kind of strategic changes inside the government. We need to win the parliament. But we also need to do that on the basis and on the back of being really in touch with the needs of ordinary people on the ground. It's got to come from both sides. We are working at it both sides, and we're working to meet in the middle, and it's in the middle that we find ourselves obstructed by the Byzantine bureaucratic processes of politics, where people have long term been sitting in positions and officers' roles where they can be really resistant to the kind of changes we want to put in place in building a proper representative participatory Labour Party.
The example of that being the current mayor of Newham.
He's exactly the kind of example. He's replicated all over the country, but he's a very clear example of a right-wing kind of neoliberal politician who can speak some socialist rhetoric, but really is not working for the interests of the many. We need to make a change there, absolutely.
In 300 yards, turn right onto Seabird Road.
It's fine. Cool. Dan Williams, Haddi Jawal, one of my guests. My missus was in government there as well.
That's the way forward, really. I think that's better.
That's good. That's good.
Hello, 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 hello.
Down with Robin! That's his hand. Down with Robin!
And you know what's happening.
Well done. I'll take it. Down with Robin! Down with Robin! Well done. Very good. Very good.
I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one of those cheeky ones. So you know why we're not just about academisation of schools. Thank you. Thank you.
I think the UK is not only ready for a socialist prime minister, I think many people are desperately crying out for one. Despite the terrible attacks of the largely right-wing press, we showed at the last general election in June 2017 just exactly how popular Labour Party manifesto was. That talked about bringing key services back into public ownership. It talked very explicitly about dealing with inequality, talked about inclusivity, about challenging vested interests and power structures. I think that absolutely Britain is ready for this, and we're probably not far off.
I want it all back. The NHS is for the people who pay and who need it. And now you're saying people are living too long because all nonsense. Guess what? The NHS you're selling doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the people who pay taxes. And guess what? My local hospital, Charing Cross Hospital, is a fairly new hospital. It's one of the best hospitals in England for strokes and most of the things. They are selling it off and trying to take it. Guess what? I want it back. Listen, regardless of what, we want it. Charing Cross and all the NHS hospitals are wrong. Because we are the people who work and pay taxes and insurance. It belongs to us. It doesn't belong to the government itself. And let them get it right. Trust me. Tell them Gloria wants it back. And I mean that.
We've had 7 years of austerity. We've had 7 years of frozen wages. We've had 7 years of cuts in local government expenditure. We've had 7 years of frozen, in some cases cut benefits within our social security system. We've had universal credit brought in. And what's the result of all this? What is the result of all this? Stress amongst many people, lower wages or frozen wages for many people, and at the extremes, what is it? Homeless people sleeping on our streets. I don't want to live in a society that walks by on the other side past the homeless and directs them towards a food bank. I want to live in a society where we take pride in our ability to care for, support each other and invest in a growing economy with decent, good quality manufacturing industry jobs for all that need to get there. We are never going to have a charging NHS. We are not going down the insurance road. We're staying with the National Health Service route.